Bond chaos, deal mania, and Jamie Dimon, inside Trump's tariff reversal. As Donald Trump's sweeping reciprocal tariffs took effect just after midnight on Wednesday, the president was watching the bond market. Long-term yields were soaring. The 10-year Treasury saw the president was confronting a worst-case scenario. Voters who had returned him to the White House because of inflation now faced both increased prices and higher borrowing costs. 10-year Treasury yield suddenly jumped above 4.5%, sending shockwaves across Wall Street and raising serious concern. Usually lean on bonds during economic uncertainty, this unusual spike is turning heads. With new Trump tariffs on China, global trade tensions, and fears of foreign bond dumping, the bond market is no longer acting like a safe haven. Treasury prices are falling fast, Federal Reserve and the White House on the edge. What just happened? Making sense of Trump's tariff pause. For weeks, President Donald Trump has plowed ahead with plans to impose steep new tariffs on imports despite warnings that the policy could trigger economic chaos. On April 9, he changed course. In a social media post, Trump said that a set of tariffs on imports from many of America's largest trading partners were paused. The announcement came only 13 hours after the duties had gone into effect. Trump indicated that turmoil in the financial markets decision. Here's what to know. What tariffs did Trump pause? Trump announced a 90-day pause on what the administration termed reciprocal tariffs on imports from almost 60 countries and the European Union. The tariffs were customized to each trading partner and corresponded to the size of their trade. Those trading partners will now be subject instead to the flat duty of 10% that Trump placed on goods arriving from all foreign countries starting April 5. China, one of the countries subject to the reciprocal tariffs, was not included in the pause. Instead, Trump announced that he would increase % from 104%. Trump's decision came after Beijing announced plans to retaliate with an 84% duty on American goods. What happens when Trump's pause ends? The unpredictability of the Trump administration makes it impossible to say. Trump's post announcing the partners an opportunity to strike deals to avoid the tariffs. Trump and other U.S. officials have said they want countries to take measures that include reducing their own tariffs as well as other barriers to trade, which could include regulations, quotas, subsidies to domestic producers, and insufficient U.S. trade deficit is a result of barriers to trade and wants to eliminate it. It's possible that when the 90-day pause ends in early July, countries that have not negotiated a deal with the U.S. will again face the tariffs that were briefly imposed on April 9. Trump could also announce another deferment. Imports from Mexico and Canada. Is the U.S. heading into a recession? It had started to look that way before Trump's announcement of the pause. The decision to impose tariffs, unveiled by Trump on April 2, weighed on the already deteriorating mood of consumers, and Wall Street banks had raised said the prospect of higher prices and increasingly cautious business activity would dent economic growth and possibly cause the economy to contract. Definitions of recession differ, but many economists define it as a period when economic output contracts for 2 straight quarters. The leading U.S. forecast